Well, I normally don't do this, but because we're doing a set of plans on this airplane, I'm drawing out all the parts, and it took all day yesterday to build my stabilizer and elevators, but it was worth it. It weighs 2.15 ounces. That's with the horn, and it's right here. So we'll go ahead and trace it out, and it's very rigid, and it's about ready to start covering. I'm going to cover this week because I'm going to take it and show John how it turned out. But first, I got to trace it out for Steve. He's going to be doing a set of CAD plans for it. So, uh-oh. Uh-oh. I thought that was long enough. I have to get another sheet of paper. I'll show you the bell crank mount I come up with. Let's do it this way. That way you know I got enough. Like I say, I normally don't do this. I just build them. But over the years, so many people have asked about plans to this airplane. We're going to do it this time. We're going to do it this time. It's 28 inches. Actually, 27 3/4, because that's what the math worked out to for the accurate rib spacing. But we'll say 28 inches. I don't know what the square inches are. The easiest way to figure square inches, and it's just an approximate, is to measure half span width, which is 6 inches. So we'll do that. Clear 6 inches 6 times 27.75. 166 square inches. I mean, it's not huge. But it's not small either. I'll show you, I'll compare it to a stab. If the airplane is light, you don't need a great big monster stab. And the way this is going, I'm still looking for, you know, being in the 50s. This is what I'm flying now. This great big monster here. This weighs 3.5 ounces. And this is what we're going to replace it with on the new airplane. And it's only, I don't know. Let's figure out what the difference is. 6.5 by 18. 6.5 by 18. 29 inches. 6.5 by 29. So we got 166.5 on this one. 166.5. What did I say it was? 28 inches. 6.5. 28 times 6.5 equals 182. 182 minus 166.5. It's only 15 square inches smaller. This will be plenty to turn the airplane. Plenty. Because it's going to be light. It's going to be real light. I don't know if the way that I design these is the correct way. But how I do it is that this is half span of the inboard wing. So the inboard wing is this long. This is how long the stab is. And then I've always worked off of the material sizes that I have. So we got 4 inches up here on the stab, and this is 3.5 back here. And then just, aesthetically make it pleasing. I made it look like the other one. So we'll trace this out. And that'll be an accurate representation of what I'm building here. Now, I'm not going to sit and draw this plan out on this stream. I'm just going to go ahead and start working on the airplane. But I wanted to get these traced before I did anything else. Okay. Was it worth it for all day for 2.1 ounces? You bet. Okay, we can put this back together now. I figured I'd work on bell crank mount on this video. Yep, that's the right one. This, I don't know if you watched the video yesterday or not, but if you did, you saw that I did my typical notching of the trailing edge so that the stab or the elevators are recessed into the trailing edge. That does away with that stupid hinge tape. God, what? If these guys think that works for them, great. But no, thank you. And I used to do it on the trailing edges on these other wings, but it'd be very difficult to do on a beam wing. So I just rounded it over like a 60s style airplane. I think the other Vipers, I had a square trailing edge and it butted up against it. But you can do it any way you like. Square, round, it don't matter. I'll be putting the details in the plans of how I did it so that you can duplicate the airplane like mine. And you will like the way it flies, especially if you can keep it light. we have many traces. This drawing here is when I was working out the beam. Okay, onward and upward. So, what do we want to do here? Get rid of this. We're going to work until I get a phone call. And when I get a phone call, I got to go pick up the laundry. Pick up my old lady in the laundry. Got to have laundry. All right. Let's figure out some of the problems with the bell crank. I have seen a lot of guys drill through the beam. Don't do that. Yeah, 30 years. We're at 17 ounces for this airplane, and the bell crank's in it too. No lead outs yet, but we'll get to that. We're gonna wrap some lead outs on this stream. It's ready to fly. Be ready to fly in 10 minutes. It weighs 17 ounces in this configuration. I wish it was 15, but that's what we got. Okay. If you look at this bell crank, how I'm doing this. Pivot pin is just ahead of the spar. This is light ply. The Australian light ply, which is not really light ply, it's Luan, so it's a hardwood ply. The pivot pin goes right through there next to the spar. Now you would think, well, that light ply is not going to handle much. Well, it gets one more thing in there. We're going to distribute the load. So this gets glued to the spar. The pin goes through that. This is epoxied in well. Then I'm going to build or cut out a 3/16 piece of basswood that will be in a triangle like that will push up against this rib. So it's captured by this piece of plywood and a 3/16 piece of light ply pushing on this rib. In order to tear this bell crank out, you'd have to tear the spar out, and that'll be epoxied or white. Well, yeah, epoxied. White glue would work, but epoxy would be better. So I need to cut off a piece of light ply off of this rib template. Let's see, do I have any other light ply? basswood. I got 8. I really want 3/16. This is light fly. Not trying to use lumber. You're trying to use engineering so that things are light. Road layout out in the loft. Hey, cool. Let me cut a piece of this off here. Not too bad for having no line on it, just cutting it by eye. So that goes in here like this. And we'll make it that long. That long. So I need 2 pieces that long. Hey, Lee. You fly control line airplanes? Okay. Now, we need to push that down so I can set this in there. It's approximately right, about 3/8 of an inch out, so. So it'll be right here. Okay. There we go. Let me sand this up real quick. And we'll have 2 pieces, and then we'll wrap a bell crank. I think I'll tack them together. That way I can send them both at the same time. Okay. it. And they look like that. Yeah. Use your favorite bell crank mounting system. I did model trains when I was younger. I wish I had them. I had a brass Shay and a brass Big Boy. That'd be worth big money now. So that gets mounted in there like so. First, we're going to have to drill holes in them. So I need to tack it in. Tack it in where it goes. Well, actually, I guess I could just do it like that. Yeah, we could do it like that. Should have just drilled them before I separated them. Okay, let's see if it all fits. And if it fits, we'll work up some lead outs. Get this mounted. Might have to grind that a little bit. Okay. Come on now. What's the store here? Oh, there it is. I don't care how much fiddling you got to do. This has to be perfect. It has to be super smooth. Let's open this up a little bit. Hang on. Yeah. There it is. There it is. That's how it goes in there. So in the center section of the spar, you got aircraft plywood on the spar, 2 cripplers this way, 1/16 on each side. Then you got a piece of this Luan, which could be aircraft ply, but I didn't have any, so I used that hardwood. Then you got this basswood going to be epoxied in that's pulling on this through the fuselage side, pulling on this epoxied in rib there. There is no way, absolutely no way you could pull that out. And the piece of 1/8" piano wire, music wire, is 2 inches long, 2¼ inches long. And in that span, there's no way to bend that wire either. I don't think there's anybody alive that could pull hard. The cable would break first. So we have that done. Let's go ahead and get the bell crank wired up. We'll start the install. I've got to figure out what I'm going to do for push rods. I'm thinking about going the old route of aluminum tubing. I think I have an aluminum arrow shaft here. Maybe. I got this arrow shaft, but we could use this. Here we go. I'll have to weigh equal lengths to see which is lighter, but I use tubing like this, stuffed full of wood, or this is a arrow shaft, a real arrow shaft, AFC Max 2 2200. I might use this back here, and we'll use that back there. This is all stuff I had from way back when. There'll be no ball links in this stupid thing. When you don't use ball links, there's a lot of fiddling to get it free enough. But it's well worth it, because you got to think about it. A ball length has a 1/4 inch diameter of friction, and the 3/32 has 3/32 diameter of friction. So which one's going to be freer? Plus you're leaving parts off. Then ball links, they don't weigh a whole lot, but 4 of them probably weigh, ½ ounce. Let's check it out. I have some aluminum ball links, but they're metric and I have no ends to screw into them, so they're no good. Come on, ball links. I don't even have any anymore. I quit using them. Oh, there's one. Let's see what one weighs, and then we'll weigh times 4. Oh, I got some little ones. 1, 2, 3. Now these are the little ones. Everybody was using the Rocket City or Dubro mediums. I always use the little ones like that, but everybody else is using these monster jobs. So let's see what this weighs. We have to do it times 4 because I only have one of them. I probably got more around in other drawers, but I ain't gonna look for them. On that weighs 3 grams. 3, 6, 3, 6, 12 grams. That's almost ½ an ounce of ball links to leave out of the thing. You got to have the wire on it anyway. Oh yeah, I got more right there. Here's another one. So here's a ball link without the wire. Let's see what that weighs. That's 2 grams. So that's 2, 4, 6, 8 grams, 1/4 ounce plus the wire. Yeah, that's a ½ ounce of crap you don't need. You got to think like that in order to build an airplane in the 50s. And I'm hoping it hits in the 40s. It would be nice to hit 48 or 49 ounces like I did that gray one. But these little pieces of wood here that I just sanded up. Nope, they don't weigh anything. 1 gram. So I put 2 grams on my airplane. That will definitely save the controls. Definitely. So it's actually doing something. Let's see what this push rod weighs. 9 grams. I don't like that. 9 grams as opposed to 5 grams. We're going to go with aluminum push rods. Everybody said, they'll bend. No, they won't. You fill them with balsa wood, they won't bend. That weighs 4 grams. This is 4 grams. This is 9 grams. You tell me what's better. Okay, let's look for some cable. I got different kind of cable that I can use. I got 3 packs of Sullivan cable or a pack of Jack Sheets cable. Just a roll of Jack Sheets. I think this is all I got left. But what I need is to figure out which cable is going to fit in my bushings. I stopped by the hobby shop. I got me some 3/32 copper tubing. We'll see if this wire fits in it. We'll use the Jack Sheets wire. This is a heavier duty coated cable. Not really necessary to have this heavy, but better safe than sorry. I bought 1,000,000 yards from Jack Sheets, and that's all I can find that I got left. Gave some away and used most of it. So Jack Sheets will fly again. I bought that several years back. He was at the scale circles during the Nats, and I said, Methuselah, what kind of junk you got for sale? I said, I got some cable. Okay, we'll take it. Jack was a motorcycle cop, and I was a motorcycle guy. We just kind of hit it off. See if this is long enough. Should be. Oh yeah, plenty long. Plenty long. Now I also stopped yesterday and bought 4 packs of 1/8" wheel collars. Don't ask me why. I always need them, so I never have enough, so I just bought them. I bought all they had. Steve's gonna need some, so, and I'm sure I'll build more than 4 airplanes. Okay, that fits in, so we're going to use this. So we'll cut this in half. This is we're at the stage in the airplane that there's a lot of tinkering. I've got a lot of sanding yet to do, which you guys know I love. Here's a must-have tool for every model builder that's building these airplanes. It's a compound, it's like a mini bolt cutter by Knipex. Cuts piano wire, cable, whatever. So we don't want to cut this cable here. What's the deal? There it is. Cutting too much piano wire with it, might have to get them sharpened again. No, they look all right. All right, so we're gonna anneal this. Yes, they are available on Amazon. Probably about $45. You want to anneal any type of material, you want to heat it up till it's red hot. And let it cool. I got hot. I couldn't hold it anymore. Works good on a gas stove too. Let's get the bell crank out. Sitting down. Okay, there's one of my Winship 7-ounce, 7-gram bell cranks. It's a Dan Winship design. One I showed the mold for last night. Now, the difference between annealing and tempering is how you cool it. I let that cool on the bench. If you quench it, it tempers it, and it'll break. It becomes brittle. This way, it becomes soft. Don't want to bend it yet. Real soft. Where'd my knife go? Well, I guess I could use a cutoff wheel if I could find one of those. There's a knife, except it's the wrong kind. This knife here is going to break. I'm going to cut off about 1.25 inches, 1.5 inches. Stick it through the bell crank. Stick the wire through. Don't forget to stick the wire through before you bend it, because you won't get it bent. I almost screwed it. Well, I could do it from the other end. I always put heat shrink on them. I put it on from the other end. That way I know. So you want to leave enough sticking out there. And to bend them around. Well, opened up after I wrap it. Okay, get some wire here. Wire. Yeah, take off about 2 foot of wire. Fiddly. This is what we got going on here. Fiddly shit. Get a couple turns on it, then you can tighten it up and make it look nice. Then after I get this wound, I'm going to take a screwdriver there and bend that open so it's not, I mean, it's free, but it's not super free. This is all shit that has to be done to build an airplane. I'm going to wrap this down about 5/8 of an inch. Bend it over. Bend the other line over, come back, and then I don't even think it needs to be 5/8 of an inch myself. I think if it went 1/4 inch would be enough. But hell, it's not my rules, so. If something happens, I don't want to get blamed for it, so we'll stick by the rules. Let me get rid of that post out of there. Make it neat, because when I see it, your airplane crash and I look at everything, I want to see good work. I want to see crap work inside. And I do inspect crashes. You ask why? Well, if you inspect a crash and analyze it like the NTSB would, what caused it to crash? Look at it and go, well, I don't want to do that on my airplane. I have seen bell cranks pull out at the Nats by top guys. Top guys. And, I'm in awe by that. How can that possibly be? Two different guys. I've seen it happen. I've seen wings fold, and you wonder, how can that possibly be? And I ain't no engineer, I'm just some kind of mechanic. That looks to be about right. My calibrated eye says at 3/4 of an inch, so that's overkill. Get over there. Then the next thing I got to do is figure out how I want to bend that push rod to clear the spar. Fortunately, this is just a floater. We'll put a couple of wheel collars on that shaft so I can push the pin in and out. God, these gnats. And of course, Superfill will go on top of this. I'll mix up a little bit because I got to go around and hit some of these little spots. So we'll put Superfill on the inside of this so it's pulling on the spar, this piece of wood, Superfill the outside, and Superfill. Then the covering. This ain't never coming out. Never come out. Okay, we want to cut that off there. I don't want to have any of that sticking out. I'll show you this up close as soon as I get it done. Attention to detail will make a better model. Damn. Sucked a bug up my nose. Okay. There is a correct lead out assembly. This little tang right here, I'm going to get a piece of heat shrink. I'll put over the top of that and then shrink that in there so it can't catch on any ribs. Now, if you look here, it's kind of tight. It's kind of got a hitch in it. Just put a screwdriver in there. First, I'm going to overbend it and then put a screwdriver in it. And then a drop of so I take the pliers, going to overbend it. Then a screwdriver. This is, I can't explain to you how important it is to have super free controls. There it is. A little bit of flashing on the bell crank right there. Okay, get a piece of heat shrink. Now, normally on my flying lines, I put red on the down and black on the up. But inside here, you're not going to ever see it, so it doesn't much matter. Makes no difference. You put clear on it, you put epoxy on it. I wouldn't, but I like the heat shrink better than anything. It captures the tail. There you go. One correct lead out. So now we got to go through it again. Wow, got hot. You can get one of these torches here. I got two of them. Got a high BTU and a low BTU one. You know what? I didn't get it heated in the right spot. We got her plenty hot now. It's starting to bend on its own weight. Anybody interested in them bell cranks? We're gonna do them for 25 bucks. Sounds like a lot of money, but it's a lot of work. I don't know what Tom Morris. I think he only got 15 for his, but I'll show you. There's a big difference. We'll get this done and we'll weigh the two components and I'll show you the difference. Come on now. These crappy scalpels are going to break on me. Oh no. There it is. Okay, this line right here. Okay, I need yeah, but that won't be till winter time when I start making that stuff. Landing gear, bell. I'm not gonna do propellers. Too much liability. I'll make my own props, but I'm not gonna make propellers and get sued. Yeah, this one's always harder because you can't go around. Gotta go hand over hand. And I hope everything clears. We've been on an hour. I don't know how long laundry is going to take, probably a couple hours. Of course, I had to go to the bank, so that took a half an hour. So maybe we got a half an hour, maybe we got an hour. I don't know. We'll go until the phone rings, and then I got to go. I'll be back, though, after we get Ted Drewes. Anybody have any... has anybody here ever had Ted Drewes custard? It is so good. They sell it in supermarkets to go, but we go to the place where they make it. It's expensive. It's $8 for just a little glass of it, but boy, is it good. I only do it once a month, so, and they're only open in the summertime. When I was in Dayton, I had laundry service, Suds and Duds, or whatever the hell the name of it was. It used to run about $50, $35 to $50. Now, when I'm here, it didn't cost me nothing. I just have the old lady do it. But got to take her for custard. We got a wash machine, but it died. She don't like going down in the basement anyway, though. Damn. It's like fly tying. How far do you guys think I can get this week before I go to FCM? I broke out the turtle deck mold. I guess that's what I used on these because it fits perfect. So I don't have to make that. I don't know whether my bottom block mold fits. Gonna mold that with 3/32. I'm not gonna double it up like I was doing. I don't care about that. I'm looking for light, not I might put my steam box together. We'll stop by the lumberyard, maybe on the way back Lowe's, and get 5 fence pickets and build a steam box so I can get my Rockler steam generator working. because there is a composite airplane in my future. And Dorn is going to be the guy's brain to pick because he knows what he's talking about as far as that goes. Dorn or Danny. Can't get a hold of Danny. I don't know what he's doing. I think he may be in Arizona. God, that bug. Terrible. But we're going to weigh the difference between this and a Tom Morris setup. We'll see how much savings we got. Now with the phenolic bell crank, you're never going to break it. I don't believe you're ever going to break one of these carbon fiber ones either. I got a Traxler carbon bell crank around somewhere. It's kind of unique. I need to refine his idea into something that's a lot lighter. But he had a really good idea. It's a curved type bell crank that will miss the spars. I mean, it's got a super far throw because it's got a curve in it. So it might be worth looking into making something like that. Good idea, poor execution. Let's put it that way. I paid him $50 for it. Steve Wilk has a good bell crank. I mean, if you like that design, it was designed by Mike Pratt. I don't care for that design, but it was only $15 for those. That's what I used to use until I got back with these. Okay. First thing you need to do is smash it. Then open it. Much better. Okay, we need another piece of heat shrink. Okay, my setup weighs, let's do the Morris setup right here. Oh, got a ball link on it. What's this other shit on it too? Let me get this ball link off of it. Okay, what happened to it? Don't know what that was. Probably nothing important. Oh shit. And you got a board on there. Boogied on there. That's ridiculous. You don't need that anyway. Okay, let's save this. Okay, comparable bell cranks. We're not going to weigh. I'll leave the lines hang off of it. The Morris bell crank weighs 19 grams. This weighs 15 grams. Of course, this is 7 grams. Why is that like that? Yeah. I mean, it's noticeable. Only about a 6 gram savings. I thought it was more than that, but whatever. 6 grams is almost a quarter ounce. And it's not real accurate because I got all this shit on it, so I don't know. Okay, wheel collars. We got a few sets of those. Now, for you guys that don't know, the set screw in this is 440. Yep. So what I do is I put a short 440 socket head screw in it and get rid of them stupid set screws because you can't tighten them up with a shit. I guess I use the aluminum ones. So these are two aluminum socket head 440 bolts. I'll show you when I get one in there. Where's the knife? Where'd the knife go? There it is. Seeing that this is not a hobby shop, it's my own private hobby shop, I just always cut a hole in the package and take the take the part out that I'm going to use and put this back on the hanger. That way I know where it's at. If I can't get it out of this one, why? There it is. Need 2 of these. Come on out of there. I'm about ready to just rip this bag open. I don't want to come out. That's what we're going to do. I'm not going to play around. I'll put it in my pile. I normally just take it out and hang it on the hanger, but I got some other wheel collars over here, 3/32, so I'll put them in with this. So this is for the bearing to hold the bell crank. You can use fuel tubing, but because I'm going to be taking this in and out, I don't want to use fuel tubing. So there's one. Be nice if they were just a little shorter, 1/8 inch instead of 1/4. There's what it looks like. Let's see if I can get the controls in this thing today. That'd be nice. I'll tell you what, when you start doing this stuff, it takes longer than you think it's going to take. Whew, just barely enough. I almost took an ounce out of the tail. Oh no, it's not going to go in there from this side. Shit. Back out it comes. Got to go under the spar. Under the spar. Try again. on now. Yeah. There we go. There it is. I'll pull it right into there so it holds. Okay. We got to get rid of that. Here's a trick for the unwinding cable ends. Just add a drop of CA and hit it with kicker. Except it's spraying pretty good here. There it is. Get the kicker. You'll be fine. And it kicked off, and pull a little booger off of it. Yeah, we're good. A lot of little details to do. I got to finish putting these compression ribs in on this side and the other side, and sew the wing. I mean, we're a long ways yet. And mucho more sanding. There we go. There it is. I ain't never going to pull that far. Okay, do this. Okay, put this away. We got 21 watchers. Like, subscribe, and share, and super chat if you can, because this is how I'm making it. Let's see here. We want to go back this way. We're going to need to put blue color on top. I'll guesstimate about right there. We need this right here. That's going to be tough to do. That is going to be tough to do. Have to mark it and screw it down. Tough, no problem. Hard takes a while, the impossible just takes a little longer. I have to come in from there somehow. Turn it like that. Yeah, it's gonna be tough. Gonna be tough. Ah, you bitch. Come on. Let's see how that looks. I might have to rethink that. Why did I want to push? I don't want to suspend it with fuel tubing. There it is. Now we're gonna have clearance. So it needs a little piece of fuel tubing on top, 1/4 inch, which is no big deal. We can do that, but on the bottom, it's rested on the bearing. Yep. The bottom's good. I can come in through here with a long ball driver. Tighten that up. Let's test it to see if it works, if it clears everything. Oh yeah. Kind of hits that spar there, but not a whole lot I can do. I don't think we're going to move that much. Let's see how much we move here. Yeah, it's plenty. You don't move your hand that much. No way. So let's adjust that back and see if it clears everything with the lead outs raked all the way back. All the way back. Clears the spar. Clears that. Not going to run them back there that far. Yeah, it works. You're not going to run that. Yeah. That's raked all the way back, but there's normally going to be this wing. You probably can't see what I'm doing, but we're checking the throw of everything. Make sure it clears. You don't want it to touch anything. Remember, I went through that with the Aegis where it was rubbing on something and you could feel it in the handle and just drive you fruit. This wing here, the lead outs will be right there. That's a starting spot right there. If you move them, I ain't gonna move them 1/8 of an inch either way, more than likely. So we got a good swing. Watch the bell crank. It's hitting the spar right there, but that's way over center. You never, I mean, your hand would have to be going, you have to be going crazy. Let's see here. The way this is set up, you'd have to be having your arm go like that to stop it, to get it on the stop. That's probably full up. That's probably full up there. And that's full down right there, but it'll go way past center. You'll be fine. Okay, we got that figured out. Now we need a piece of tubing on top of this. Quarter inch to hold that captured. Then I got to figure out about what I'm going to bush that with. Go to the hobby shop, get my fuel tubing. That looks about right. Gotta see if I can tighten that up. Of course, it doesn't much matter. It's not going anywhere. Difficult takes a while. The impossible takes a little longer. Let's see. I guess I could get an Allen wrench. I had a big pile of overstock. I got overstock stuff I haven't hung up yet. We could take the Allen wrench out of this. Of course, I don't have a 3/32 Allen wrench handy. I'll just take it out of these. Got all kind of goodies in this thing. All kind of goodies. Got to get them hung up on the pegboard. Hinges and bolts, nuts, washer. This bag of stuff here is probably, if you charged list price, probably $250. Lots of 5s and 6s in there. The price of everything is ridiculous. had that flipped on the wrong way. It goes on this way. And we'll epoxy it in there. Get it going. All the way down. We're gonna have, yep, it goes right there. This is gonna be tough to do. Tough to do. Come on, turn. This is a spacer. If I could CA this, it'd be a whole lot better, but I don't trust CA. So let's get a clamp on that so it quits moving around. Might have to take it out and do them one at a time. We shall see. Clamp, clamp. There we go. It goes down on the bottom. And that goes next to that. How much room am I going to have there for? I'm not going to have enough room. Got to go up like that. So we're going to have a slight spacer on the bottom to hold that off the spar so that I got a place to solder a washer. It looks to be 1/8 inch. That much. Okay, try again. Let's see here. That one or that one. One of the two. Try the long one, then it would smash it in there. So yeah, that's it. Thank you. Okay, so that holds it up there. Nope, that's too much. So we got this other one here. The fiddling about. So this goes here. Come on, get in there. There it is. Yep, I'll have enough there. Put the clamp on it. You guys can't see what I'm doing. I'm working on getting the bell crank spacing correct because there's not a whole lot of room for error. That's it right there. Except it looks like that could be just a smidge longer. Yeah. I need to cut another piece of tubing just a smidge longer. So that goes there. I'm going to clamp on that. Get it all together and see if it works. We need to sand that off. We need to sand that off. We got 13 watchers. You guys are gluttons for punishment. What happened to my other little piece like this? Oh, please don't make me make another one. Oh, there it is. So we want to see if that fits. Yep, that fits. It's captured. We need to drill this out a little bit more. It goes on like that, so it goes here. Actually, it goes on like that. Okay, that's it. That's how it goes. Whee! Didn't think I was ever going to get it in there. Make sure all the parts are good. I need to cut a piece that's piece of tubing that's a 1/16 of an inch longer, a little heavy, a heavy 1/16, 3/32 longer for that top piece of tubing. That will compress so it can't move in there. And I have plenty of room for the push rod on top to clear, and plenty of room for the washer on the bottom to clear the spar. Because, of course, I don't know, I'm going to have to get a cutoff tool in there and cut her close. If you could just CA it, CA it in place right there, it'd be perfect. Let's cut a longer piece of tubing. You don't want to make any mistakes on this because it's a disaster. I mean, your heart sinks when you go, oh shit, the bell crank pulled out, or oh shit, I gotta cut this airplane open because I didn't take my time and make sure it was right, you know. So doesn't matter how long it takes, it has to be perfect before you close it up. I can attest that even touching the outer rib, like I did with the Aegis, when I cut open the bottom of the wing and reached in there and with a scalpel and cut out 1/8 of an inch on that rib just so it wasn't touching that, I can attest to you it will definitely bother you. I had one buddy who's dead now, passed away a couple years ago. He'd say, don't worry about it. It'll eat off what it doesn't need. You're right. Let's see. Yeah, I'm sure it would. Let's see here. Is this piece longer? No. You know, I could just, I can see how much it's got to come up to the top of that right there. Let's just cut a sliver off this, a donut off of this knife. Add it to it. There we go. Yeah, I can see it there. Yep, don't go nowhere. That's it right there. Okay, we can start gluing this puppy together. I think I am going to do one side at a time though, because about the time I do try to do two sides and rush it, it'll be wrong. Now, is that tight? No slop. Okay. That's it right there. So we'll do this side, then the other side. So it's about 10-minute operation here. 5 a side. Okay. Don't use brute force, use engineering. That'll keep your airplane light. Brute force is throw the glue to it, throw the wood to it. Engineering is less glue, more structural strength. Yeah, I gotta stop and get some more towels. I'm gonna need them for FCM anyway, so. I'm on my 18th roll of towel this month. Shit. Can you guys, looking at this, see how this would be structurally sound? I mean, it cannot go anywhere. This piece is pushing through the fuselage to this piece. This piece is glued to the spar. That piece is glued to the spar. That piece is glued to the spar. And then you got doublers, triplers, and everything all right here. This is the heart of the airplane right there. Now, I'd hate to gamble on it, but I'd almost be willing to say that the way this is put together, with this epoxy to this and this white glued to the side of the fuselage, with the covering on it, you could probably cut the middle out of it and it wouldn't fold up. I guessing, I think it would work. For how long, I don't know, but I think it would work. I'll wait for that to dry and then go to the other side. I need to put a drop of Molly on it. Give me an intermission break for a second. Visit the water closet. I'll be right back. All right, we're back. This should be pretty much dry. Yeah. Take this off. Turn it over to the other side. And we'll get a weight on this thing, see how much weight I added to it. I hope it's not 18 ounces yet. Before I do that, I better make sure it's still free. Yeah. Mucho bueno. Mucho bono. this way. Come on, get on there. There it is. There it is. And when I break the superfill out, I'll put a little fillet of superfill there and over the top of that so it can't move up. I mean, it can't move up and down now anyway because the wheel collars have it captured, but you could put a piece of plywood on. I just put superfill over the top of it. And that glues it in. Don't try to run CA down there because it'll find, you know, if you hit that right there with CA, it'll run past the wheel collar into the bearing and lock up the bell crank on the shaft. I guarantee it. I don't know how anything can be thinner than water, but I think CA is. Water seeks its own level. CA will run uphill. It's unbelievable. That turned out real good. That's pretty good engineering, I think. Pretty good. I got one more Williams. No, I got two more Williams Brother tail wheel. So we still got this to make. Okay, I got them drilled out. Where'd I put my plywood? That is 16th plywood. That ain't it. I gotta clean this fucking shithole up. That ain't it. There it is. There it is. I guess I can cut that a little big and then sand it to shape. Give me a second to cut this while we're waiting on this glue to dry. Okay, where's that big drill bit? I don't know what I did with it. Okay. I'm gonna go get my disc sander. It's finally in at Harbor Freight. They haven't had it for months. The 12-inch disc sander, $199. Let me go over to this sander here for a second. I don't like this 6 inches, too small. I saw that thing at Harbor Freight for $149. I should have bought the damn thing when I could, and then they went out of stock for the longest time. Supposedly they had a recall or some shit. And now I gotta pay full price. I got used to using John's. I gotta have one. I would say disc sander is probably the tool most used in this shop. Let's see if we can make it work. Can't make it work, I have to do it again. I don't know which way it went on. Oh, there we go. course, I get the glue in me. It should be dry. And I gotta go look, see if I can find a piece of 3/32 wire. I guess we could put them stiffeners in all the way across. There's a lot of tinkering work to do. Lots of tinkering. There's that drill bit. Where'd that piece go? Okay. You can add aluminum tube to these, make them look super clean. But all them little gewgaws that you put on the thing, the weight's picking up. I put an aluminum tube in the cowl on the Magnum because you're using a ball driver in there and you're going to be doing it a lot. These wheel doors, they never come off, so just some CA to harden up the wood is plenty. You got to make sure they fit before you do that. So, boy, could I get longer screws or not? Gotta get the belt sander and sand a little bit off that edge. No, maybe not. Come on now. Oh, shit. Okay, we ain't playing around. Little power. good. Don't go too crazy. That's tight. That's tight. Close enough. Now this is sticking up here. No big deal. I just get the sanding block and sand her to shape. One more detail down. Pretty good progress in 2 hours and 15 minutes, really. That's it. Well, let's see what it weighs. How much has come up? And put the horns on it too. Of course, we got to figure out push rods. I don't know. Please be under 18. I mean, it kind of is what it is. You got to add it, all this stuff on there. $18.05. Gotta have these two horns on it. $19. Gonna have two push rods on it. $19.4. So 19.4, 24, 21, 22. We'll be at 24 ounces finished. Ready for hardware. 24. I think. 24. Let's say 25. 25 plus 6 ounce finish is 31. 31. Plus 20 ounces of hardware, 51 ounces. Not gonna make sub 50, but it'll be 9 ounces under 60, so that's good. You have to keep trying to make that sub 60. This airplane will not be happy over 60 ounces. Neither will I, but the heavier ones I had didn't fly as good as the. Go back on the windy videos and look at that gray one. That was 49 ounces. It had a PA-75 or PA-65 on a pipe. And Steve's got the wing in a profile that I was working on. Like an idiot, I was conned into changing it over to electric. I changed it over to electric, and there's, I guess, the motor broke out of it. I thought I had it doubled up in the firewall good enough, but I was having fun with it. It really turned because it was 49 ounces with Cobra motor in it. It was powerful, and I just jammed the turn on a square loop, and the motor kept going down, and the airplane went up. I should never have ground the motor mounts out of that. That's when I built my first purpose-built electric airplane, and I dabbled with 6 of those. What a mistake that was! Waste of time. You guys that fly electric and like them, more power to you. They're just not there for me. Some people say, well, they have their advantage. You can fly in the schoolyard or whatever. You can't fly in the schoolyard around here if it's electric. You couldn't even fly if it had no motor on it around here. If you were whipping, it was a whip airplane. We got too many goody two-shoes knuckleheads. The children, they might get hurt. Well, it's called the law of attrition. You're dumb enough to stick your finger in the propeller, well, you won't do it again. It only happened once. That was my dad's philosophy. That's my philosophy. Well, Johnny gets hurt. Oh, well, I'll know better next time. That's hot. Ooh, hot. Yeah, don't touch it. That's sharp. Yeah, pretty sharp. Like the guy who wanted to sue me for sticking epoxylite in the microwave and getting burned. Not my problem. You can't figure out it's going to be hot coming out of the microwave, you don't belong in this hobby. I think I'm gonna stop. We'll go to Schaefer's. After we go to Ted Drew's, we'll drive to Schaefer's. I'll get me 2 pieces of 1/4-inch thin wall aluminum tube. We'll use these aluminum push rods again. The weight savings is immense. What did I say it was? 4 and 9 for these per foot. So I'll probably save a 1/2 ounce. So it's well worth thinking about. $62.50 is 16th inch for the tail wheel wire. That's no good. It's too springy, too soft. 32nd is what is that? 80. Let me see what that is. How many thousands? I can't remember. Clear. 332 plus 0. It's 93,000, so I need 77 thousandths wire for the tail wheel. 332nd is a little too much, and 77 is in between 62 and 90 or whatever. Let's divide that by 2. Divide by 2 equals 364 plus plus 1/16. That's 760. Oh, that's wrong. That's 109 thousandths. 7/64. I have to get my calipers out and figure it out. I don't think I have any wire like that. All right, guys, what's next? Can you tell me what I want to do next? We're going to have to think about that push rod, that's for sure. I could guess I could go over to my hobby shop here and see if I got any 3/32 wire. Start making ends. I got to get this horn in. I got to bush the, this particular horn is for a ball length. We're going to drill it out and put a piece of brass in it for bushings. Solder in 2 pieces of, I got to figure out, I got to do hinges yet. Got to figure out how I'm going to get this in the fuselage bent. I think I'm going to cut a notch in the bottom and fish it in. And close it up. I need to take these flaps off of this. I know what they look like. We'll get it done. We'll get them on today for good. At least hinged, and pretty soon the phone's gonna ring and I'm gonna have to go get her. I was talking to John this morning about cutting these flaps up and putting ribs in them. I don't think, I mean, I could probably take some weight out of it, but the amount of finishing, man, I don't know if it's worth it. Normally I get these to weigh a half an ounce. I think these weigh an ounce. They're almost double what they should be because it's got that carbon leading edge on it. My choke. This flap weighs 3/4 of an ounce. 23 grams. I could probably cut it down to, I probably could cut a half ounce out of each, out of each one. I might do it. Might just do it and bite the bullet on the finishing. If I could get a half ounce out of it. That is due to not being able to get good wood. I called National Balsa today. They don't have any more Aerolite bundles, so there's on them bugs again. I think if I just cut a slit, I can probably force it in there. Now, you guys won't have to do this if you buy a set of plans. You should be able to bend the horn and put it in before you put the trailing edges in. But because I'm building this on the fly, I got to figure out what is what. All the figuring will be done for you. Let's see. These two flaps weigh 48 grams for both of them. That's 1.7 ounces. If I could take 50% off of that, 1.7, 38. I could. Yeah, I think I'm going to do it. Screw the work. Well, my other Vipers had solid flaps, I think. Let me look. Because I could get good wood back then. Now I don't have good wood, excellent wood. I got decent wood. Need to sand that. Let me look here. That's got solid flaps, solid flaps, solid flaps, solid flaps, solid flaps. Looks like it might have a little more sweep in it too. Solid. Solid. Yeah, maybe I didn't. That's not. I guess I never did. I never did do. That's solid. I did some solid surfaces and some open bay surfaces, but never any open bay flaps. Might just have to look around to see if I got another piece of wood. Lighter. Man, the shine on that airplane, ooh, that was spectacular. Aerogloss. I didn't know nothing about no urethane back then. All I knew was elbow grease. Viper 3, I never really did like that airplane. Didn't really pan out. I mean, you know, it flew okay. It just didn't have that zip to it because yeah, well, we'll see. I mean, I may do all this work and go, nah, don't want to do that no more. But I think it'll be fine. I might keep it around 50 ounces. Super Tiger 60 and a 50-ounce airplane will be plenty powerful enough. What was I rattling on about? Oh, we got to look and see if we got wire. Let's bring the box over here. Got plenty of landing gear wire. You know what? Shit, I didn't even have to buy that brass tube. I had it right here. 3/32 tube. Yeah, I got this arrow shaft. Maybe we'll use this arrow shaft because that's a pretty damn light one there. There's 3/32. Or is that may be RC push rod? I don't know. I'll have to try to bend it to see. Still need to make a slider. Oh, there's a piece. Ah. Yep, we got plenty of 3/32 wire. And that's RC push rod there. That's music wire. Then I got to see if I can find a dowel to go in there. We got plenty of 1/8 brass. Plenty of 1/8-inch music wire. I got the hinge wires. That's 1/8. Hey, going down in there for some reason. There it went. There it is. I'm gonna have to go to the hardware store and see if I can find a piece of a dowel that will fit in this hole. And I bet it's gonna be metric. Let's see how much this weighs. This is good stuff. I wish I had some more of this. This was really expensive. It was like $9 for a stick of this. Yeah, that's twice as light as this stuff. Let's see, this weighs 10 and this weighs 6. They're both approximately the same length. One is bigger diameter, but it has a thinner wall. If you look there, you can see the difference. This is the lighter stuff, this big thick walls, big diameter. Now I was looking through my stuff here, and I found 2 pieces of 3/32. One is shiny or silver color, and this is kind of a gray. You can best bet this is music wire. I think I'm going to grab pliers here and bend it. I think this is RC push rod. Never use this crap. Yep. You see how easy that bent? Never. I'm going to throw it out. Never use that stuff. Where's my compound cutters? Right there. I don't know how I ended up with that, but never use that shit. You know what? I ought to save it for something, but cut it in half. Ah, the dust. Okay. We're coming up on 3 hours already. So there's no need no need to stuff this. I wonder if I got another short piece. I gotta dump that out. If I got another short piece of this, I can use it here and there, because this is long enough for a rear push rod. Yeah, this will be the rear. And if I don't have, I guess nothing else, I can use this. Short piece is a little heavier, but let's see. Yeah. Just epoxy it in there and wrap it with some Kevlar. We need a 1/4 inch bend in it. Yeah, I think I'll do that off camera. What do I want to do about them flaps? I guess I look around, see if I got some lighter wood, remake them. And I kind of figured they were heavy. $26 grams on that one. $23 on that one. You know, the shorter one is 3 grams heavier, so you know that's dense wood. What a bummer. I might have another set of flaps I cut for something else that I could modify into this. I don't know. You can feel it when you go like that. That's almost 2 ounces of flap there. That's a lot. Al Ray would say, well, my flaps weigh 3 ounces apiece. Oh, fuck Al. Al used to put arrow shaft push rod on the leading edge, carbon on the trailing edge, a carbon dowel on the trailing edge, and then fiberglass them. 2 coats or 2 layers. Got to have stiff flaps. Yeah, you got to have stiff flaps when your airplanes are 80 ounces. I wonder if I could call National Balsa and ask for 2 pieces of straight grain, A-grain, sub 4-pound wood. You should be able to do that with Riley. Riley, go out there in the shop and pick me up 5 of the best pieces you got. I think even though the original Vipers weren't ribbed, the flaps, I think I'm going to rib those flaps if I can't find good wood. I won't add that to the drawing, though, because that's not how they were. Of course, it could have been. I don't know. I don't think the spirit of the event is Good evening, Sparky, but it's not evening, it's daytime. Um, I don't think the spirit of the event, as long as the shapes are the same, it matters whether you build it one way or another. This is a beam wing. You could probably build it as a foamy, and it would still qualify. It'd be heavy, but it'd still qualify. In order to get the performance out of this airplane, it's got to be light. And this is a really good wind flyer because it's low aspect ratio. People say you can't fly a light airplane in the wind, don't know what they're talking about. Leading edge is swept forward, center pressure swept forward. The center of gravity is farther forward, meaning I have better directional stability in the wind. No problem. Hi, 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 hi. I'm getting ready to get off of here. We're going to quit at 3 hours, even though she hasn't called. I know she's going to call any minute. Don't want to get started on something else. I guess I could get started on a push rod, but I don't have a dowel. I need a dowel. This is going to be the back push rod. Oh, I know what I was going to do. I was going to cut that horn in to see if I could get it in there. Now, this is not the normal way to do things, but it's the only way I can figure to get it in there. We will take my mother's saw. The last thing my mother gave me was this little saw. I love it. I love this little saw. And this machinist square. My mom knew I would like that saw, and she was exactly right. And we'll cut a slot right here. Yep, that's going to be the trick right there. To get that puppy in there. And then I can glue the bearings to the side of this fuselage. I don't need to put them in the trailing edge. Uh-oh, I hear my alarm. Must have been my keys in my pocket. I need to make up some bearings for horns and hinges. That's what, when I come back from getting her from laundry, we will put the controls in this thing. That'll finish out the day, I'm sure. Because they have to be perfect. I'm going to stop and get a dowel. I'll go to Lowe's and get a dowel. I'll look in that box and see if I got any more of that stuff. I bought this from Radical RC, and we used them as spars in those voodoos. Those 5 or 6 voodoos I built. Only flew one of them. What a waste of time that was. But, you know, it gave me something to do. I didn't have the room there in Dayton to build those big. I mean, I already built 4 or 5 big stunt ships. I couldn't load that place up anymore. It's kind of like here. I can't load this. I don't have any room here now. Where's that file? Yeah, I'll have to deal with it. There it is. This goes in like so. Yeah, that's gonna have to do it. And I'll have to sand those real nice, put in a piece, and then scab something over that, and then we got the stringers to go in there. I need to bend that up, cut the tangs off. That'll lighten that up some. We're gonna go ahead and cut these and rib them. I just don't have the wood like I had back then. I need to cut those plywood things. I get this far, it'll go together real quick. Putting the top and bottom on won't take shit. About a week and then we'll be finishing. Man, deep in thought. So that's good. It just barely clears that within 1/16 of an inch. 1/16 of an inch might as well be a mile. Yeah, I love that saw. It's razor thin, about as thin as, it's just a cheap, I don't, never even seen one. Just a cheap saw, but that's the last thing my mother gave me. She goes, I think you can use this. I go, I think you're right. There's the phone call. Laundry time. Yep. On my way. Okay, bye. All right, that's the call I was waiting on. Laundry's done. So I'll be back in a little while and we'll put the controls in this thing. Fair winds, tight lines. See ya.